Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Ready or Not, the One Life Challenge, and what a life it is. I'll be honest, I never expected we would make it anywhere near this far. Used to be I would probably be dead within the first few missions. I thought in, like, the trial run for this, I did pretty well getting up to Vol Health House. But now we are going all the way into Rust Belt, and this is a bit of a different mission. This is not the kind of thing you would normally expect. This is not the kind of thing you would normally expect a local SWAT team to be handling. This is the kind of thing you would expect a CIA team with an attached FBI agent for legality. Yeah, this one does borrow heavily from Sicario. Listen up, everybody. We've had a location confirmed of an active coyote stash house in Muerta Mesa. We've been following some leads for a while. A source just confirmed that the Los Locos are using this particular network and planning a mass evacuation tonight. We're talking people, products, and cash. We've been given access to video feeds from the Border Patrol drone and surveillance is underway. Blah, blah, blah. The good news is we've got aerial imagery of the site. There's a long road that leads to a ranch the locals call Rancho del Sueños. Who says these losers don't have a sense of humor? Now this is the important thing. The bad news is that once we hit the tunnels, we're blind as bats. We've got no idea how deep they go, how many branches there are, or where they lead. I know we've dealt with coyotes before, and they rarely give us any trouble, but we're dealing with Los Locos too. We need to be prepared for anything. There's also a mandate that we need to bring back as many as we can, however that doesn't seem to be reflected in the objectives. But other than that, we've got very, very little information other than the satellite view of, or drone view of the house.
I'm with you.
All right, ready to go?
Lead, this is Talk. We no longer have control of negotiations. You are clear to move and secure the premises.
Now, we're bringing a pretty different roster of equipment with us this time. No beanbags, even though I would like them. We are actually using the F90, which I believe is a weapon that was just added with this DLC that I have come to quite like. Also, we have a new sight, the F10C, I think it's called. This thing is just like the objectively correct sight to use in this. I mean, it still allows our peripheral vision while still having a prominent dot. But we've got the main house up ahead, this barn on the left, and a shed on the right. So I'm going to have blue cover that. Red, you're with me. And we're going to head left.
Hey, police, get down! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Ready with the taser. I see a sidearm on your hip.
Get your hands up!
Yeah, you were thinking about it, but you gave up at the last moment. Alright, zip him.
You brought this on yourself.
We continue covering. They made this room a lot brighter. It used to be very, very dark in here. I hope the rest of this level hasn't gotten the same treatment. And even if you don't know this level, anybody who's seen Sicario knows what I'm talking about and what we can expect here. I really do think that's like a great movie, by the way.
Police,
Oh,
get down
there's a suspect.
Drop the weapon and get down.
Okay, if my guys are covering, I'm going to switch to taser.
Drop the weapon.
Oh, we're taking... I'm already taking fire from the house. That was... Yep.
Threat down.
Drop your weapon. Don't move. Police,
One officer injured, as am I.
get down.
You better be worth it.
Drop your hands up.
I don't know if it affects anything if we don't take suspects alive. That's why I'm taking these risks.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Hands up. Do it.
There's also the added issue that my guys are all stressed now.
Element evidence secured. Suspect in custody. Ready for transport.
I can still hear that guy yelling. But yeah, I want to take suspects alive because my guys are stressed, but this level is also too dangerous to be relying on beanbags.
Secure.
I'm gonna tie you down, but I'm not gonna go in front of the house just yet.
Moving into handcuffs.
Instead, I'm gonna... Blue is still covering the right side. There's a right door. Okay. You got him. You guys go over there.
Notifying trailer.
And if this door is openable, I'm gonna bounce a stinger. Oop.
Put your hands up. Put your fucking hands up.
He's already down. He surrendered quick. Yeah, no, this whole level seems to be brighter. And I know that lighting changed when they moved over to Unreal 5, but I don't think it had changed this drastically. I think this is new to this update. That's really disappointing. And this is like another one of the many problems that I have in this game. It's that darkness isn't a real factor. Because originally, for a long time, it was promised that we would be able to cut the power on most, if not all, levels. And that feature was eventually removed because I think it was, I don't know if it was with the engine change or what, but they eventually made it so that the lighting is baked into the level. And that really sucks. Basically on its face, because it also means that the AI don't know what darkness is. And so, like, they'll see you, like, you'll be using night vision, but suspects will still be able to see you just fine, even if they don't have that capability. Did you take a hit at some point? You may have caught a bullet, like, through the geometry at some point when my guys were returning fire.
Keep going.
You've come all the way over here. What are you doing over here? What are you guys doing?
On me. Got your back.
Do you see someone? I don't think there's going to be anyone here. Another civilian. You're probably, if you're up here in this little makeshift camp, you're one of the people they're trying to bring over, then you'll probably be the last of the civilians. Alright, so what's that? That's 3 suspects arrested, 1 down, and a number of civilians who we have secured. So everybody's going to come up on me. That was, I figured, like, okay, my guys are around the corner now. I am clear, because they'll drop them if I don't tase them. I did not account for there being anybody on the porch, and I really should have. So here we have a number of passports, which we'll need to report as a soft objective.
Collect what you can and keep moving.
And now, if the lighting will cooperate, here, in this little tunnel that they've dug, is where we're going to start to see the Sicario influence. That is so bright down there. This is so pointless. They got rid of the old farm for this. Alright, let's turn on our... Ooh. The different NVGs actually have, like, a meaningful difference now. I've chosen to go with the white phosphor, because I think it's a bit easier to make out what's going on. But having the 4 tubes, it gives us a bit wider field of view, but there's, like, a bezel. Of course, in conjunction with that, we will also be switching to our IR lasers. And this is a really cool feature of Ready or Not. If I press O, we can use canted aiming. But in we go. Fortunately, Josh Brolin is not with us tonight. But it just feels a little bit goofy because if I, yeah, nods off. Yeah. But we're gonna make our way up. So now this gets very convoluted, and the cool thing about this is, you know, obviously this doesn't show up on any maps. There's no blueprints. Can't exactly check with the city for this stuff, so it's very dangerous. Hopefully that gets him.
Get down and keep your head. Drop the weapon and drop your weapon.
Dropped it. I just really need these guys because I need those morale bonuses. I thought that dust falling for a second was like a shot landing. Okay, nothing on the right.
Lead to talk. Lead. One cock. Comply.
Doc here.
Opening on the left. So I'm going to wand under this door, and that'll be fine. Yep, there's a suspect with a shotgun right there. Would it be better to breach bang and clear? Maybe he's going that way. Yeah, screw it. Wedge it.
Jam that door.
Wedge ready.
We're going this way.
Wedge is in. We're good. We're gonna die down here, home.
See, this, if it weren't so bright, this would be real tense, wouldn't it? Like, sure, they could maybe have, like, flashlights and stuff. Don't make it so that you're just Batman taking these guys out while they're helpless. These are their tunnels, after all. But still. I mean, imagine if they do have floodlights set up in, like, some locations and you can, like, shoot them out. Here's someone on the right. It's still worth it because it definitely does kind of reduce the contrast and make it so that it's easier to see someone. I don't know what I'm getting. My feet are getting caught up on something. Okay. I'm gonna have blue come over here just because I don't want to get flanked. But red, you're with me. And it would be nice to have gas about now. You can use night vision with gas mask now. I've chosen not to go with it because I think it looks a little silly. Not do anything.
Hands on your head. Hands up. Do
Oh,
it now.
you surrendered. Very quickly, too.
I'll zip it up.
Yep, get him.
Say, don't move, all right? Stay
Evidence,
still
good
for
to
me.
go. Take this
Suspect
shit
cuffed
off.
and secure. Ta.
Captain Secure, great.
Compliant.
And we're gonna come over here. Now, I know that I haven't really been playing this as an exploration series, and really, you could absolutely explore like these maps and take in all the detail and such. There is a lot to see. They've done a great job with the environmental design. It hasn't been my focus on this series, but there is something that I want to show you at the end, because it is very, very befitting of the channel. Now we're not going down that hallway on the right, but we are going to go down this one. I'm taking it very slowly. Because there's a lot of like weird abrupt angles on this map, and there's so many that I could very easily overlook and then just get shot from behind. Looks like we got some flooding over here, which isn't the best thing. It's just a very unconventional map layout, and that's kind of why I like it so much. It's definitely better suited for co-op, so that you can split up and kind of go down these different arteries. I think I just heard somebody. I didn't shout for compliance. That might be unauthorized use of deadly force. Because he was...
We have a dead suspect
I guess it
here.
counts.
Doc to Element.
He had an
Notify
AK
trailer.
too, so I did not have much time to react. That was pure luck. The first shot I fired sailed right through his brain. Okay, I'll let those guys deal with that.
Going into cuff. Got it. Evidence secure. Got it back.
Thinking it might be a good idea to move up blue team and have them cover the way I was going to have this team go. You guys just hang out in here a little bit and watch both directions. Blue. I'm going to come back this way. I'm pretty sure I'll run into blue. In real life, they would be able to see my IR laser, so they would know that it's me coming around the corner. Of course, we would probably want to communicate that on the radio.
On me.
Blue, you're on me. And the thing, this isn't a map I've played a whole lot, so I am not very familiar with the layout either. I have some passing familiarity, but nothing I'd bet my life on. Somehow, we're able to mirror under the door just fine, even though there's water here. And right now, there's an annoying mechanic. I don't know if it's come up in this playthrough, but if your leg is damaged, you can actually damage it even further by trying to kick. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all, so I'm just going to have you guys cover this position.
No contacts here.
Yep. Just let me know if you see something. I don't know if we want to wedge this. Probably go wedge that.
Damn it.
This, I think, is the hallway that we passed up a moment ago. What getting shot at on that porch made me realize that I've gotten so complacent. I have just treated this as like the series that went on for far longer than I expected to. It was supposed to be a one-off video. But that whole encounter has taught me not to be complacent, that I can still die at any time. Yep, see? You gotta pick one direction to look, and sometimes you pick the wrong one. Anyway, you are down.
Element to talk.
I hate this level.
Suspect is down.
The way to do this hallway would be from one direction. Going in the middle is just like always a bad idea.
Making it safe.
I always hate going in the middle of stuff, but I don't know how this is laid out, so I don't know for sure where I am at any given moment. Door at the end of the hall. Have we been here? I don't think so. I don't think we could have been here. I'm gonna toss a flash out just in case.
LSPD, don't move!
Nobody here, but wow, what a hub. Wow, what a hub. There's so many different doors. Hang on. Blue, you should be behind one of these. You should be behind... Yeah, no, wait, that's a wedge. Holy heck, this is intimidating. I can see... Wait. Did I not choose the right laser? No, I did. Why can I see it in the Optowand? That's weird. I was like, did I just accidentally take a green laser? Well, I can't read that, but I'm sure someone in the comments can. That's a collapsed tunnel. Alright, we need to work out what we're doing. I'm gonna leave you... I'm gonna leave red here.
On the move.
I'm gonna open this door. Once again, this would be a lot easier if I could kick. Now I can't see your laser. But you know what? I think you use your peripherals when I do. Yeah, so there you go. The same applies to flashlights.
Fall in.
Red, you're gonna fall in on me. Now these tunnels... This is interesting, because in this area, these tunnels seem to be much older than something that they just dug themselves. Huh. I wonder how that would work. Because this would be right on the border. So, like, I wonder if they would have already known that this stuff was here, and that's why they chose the location? Oh, God. This is really bad. That little hole, that gap right there, they can slide through it. It's surrounded by barbed wire, so I'm sure it wouldn't be present, but yes, I can hear voices. I'm almost tempted to go taser first, which is not how things should ever be done.
Drop the weapon now! Drop
I
the
got
weapon
him.
and get down!
Kind of hiding over here. All right, let's order you to move towards me.
Move.
I played a bunch of co-op with my friend Sarah in this update, and it really seems like they're just kind of bugged around doors. All right, move here.
Move and stay there.
Can you manage that? No? Okay. But now that I get closer, you will. It's because I'm past the door that you don't know what to do.
Element to talk.
Alright, but that's another one for our positive mental health.
Police, get
Yep. At first I was like, oh no, I made a mistake, and then he pulled the gun. And now I don't feel bad, so it works out for both of us. What I also like about the F90 is that, like, you know, it's powerful, but it's also compact. And so it's really great for going through doorways and around corners and stuff. I really, really like it. I can hear more voices.
Los locos will cut your fucking head off.
I'd like to see them try. I'm really scared of those double doors at the end there. I'm just going to start mirroring everything. Problem is, like, anytime there's a hallway, there's also, like, a parallel hallway that connects at various points, and it makes it very difficult to clear all at once when only one team is moving at a time. Okay, there's the main room. And I think there's at least 3 suspects. I think this is where we're going to want to breach. But not just yet, so I'm going to wedge it.
Door jam ready.
There's several entrances to this place, just like everywhere else in this map. I want to come through here because it's the place where it's the most likely that a flashbang will actually do something. The Gunfighter mod does give us 9-bangers. I don't really use them because they used to be glitchy. Sarah says that they're not really anymore, that they work pretty well. But I don't have the first-hand experience to risk this run on. Oh god, this is a hallway we haven't been down. I'm just listening out for people, and I'm pretty sure I hear some on the left. But as always, I'm very afraid of unfamiliar doors. This should get us back to that hub area, yes, okay. So that whole room is now a lot less scary, because I've pretty much been everywhere that it goes to. I'm fairly certain there will be someone close by. I mean, with my GPU screaming, it does actually hamper my ability to, like, hear those subtle sounds. So I can't even be sure that I did hear a voice. No one here, but uh-oh, that door is open. Okay, and I do recognize that. We're gonna head back. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna bother going up and trying to wedge it, because that's how we're gonna get a gunfight. It would be pretty smart to split the team up, actually. But I would like to have everyone here. So let's... You guys hang out here. Blue... Yeah, I mean, actually, having another team watch that door might be good in case somebody tries to run. Where have I left blue team? I can actually use the camera to see where they're at. You're right here. Okay, so you guys might as well come with me. And now I don't need your extra cam tanking my frame rate. I'm pretty sure, is that like one of the reasons why split screen co-op has gone away? Like, first of all, yes, because of the prevalence of just everyone having online ability. But I feel like part of the reason is because, like, games got more and more graphically advanced and, like, pushing the limits of the hardware rather than just, like, being what they needed to be. And I'm pretty sure doing split screen is actually kind of hard on a system. And so is, like, picture-in-picture and all that other good stuff. Okay, this would be fairly good breach, maybe. Maybe I'll toss my own bang bias to the right. C2, clear with flashbang. I'm gonna get ready as well. This is all just less than ideal. That's a big room. I am very, very scared of it.
Boom, baby, we're good.
I'll do it. Setting it now.
That guy's down. That guy's surrendering. I know there's at least one more. That guy right there, yes. Nobody through that doorway, okay.
Secure him. Turn around slowly.
That was, it looks like somebody got injured if they didn't before, but otherwise that was pretty much a perfect breach. Are you guys gonna take care of that? Because I explicitly told you to. Getting people who are down on the ground, who still have a weapon at their feet, I would think would be a priority when securing a room. But we got you.
Trailers incoming.
And we're good to go. Oh my god. Oh my god, there was still somebody! There was still... Did you guys not clear? You guys didn't move into the room! Are you serious? I'm quite certain that was a breach, bang, and clear. Okay, well, anyway, that guy's down.
This is Talk. Dag.
I guess the AI still had their quirks. Let's do the models. That's right. Now, for that thing I wanted to show you here, the lighting got screwed in the UE5 update, so this doesn't look as cool as it used to. But if we have a peek over that way somewhere, oh, maybe we need to come more towards the edge of the rocks. I wonder if you can get a clue as to what this is about by looking at these paintings. So if we have a look over here, we can see a couple of beady little blinking, I didn't know they blinked, beady little blinking eyes staring at us from out of the cave. That was a lot creepier before when the lighting wasn't completely screwed like this. But there is unmistakably something over there. I love that little blink touch.
Lead the talk. Evidence bagged.
Dock to entry team. Confirming evidence secured.
Alright. Now I'm just going to have my guys search and secure. But if that takes a while, I won't bore you with it.
Safe. Got it bagged.
Oop.
Cam light out.
Safe.
Doc reporting. That's how we get it done, folks. Roll in for debrief.
Chem light out, huh? So did you guys actually just execute your clear command right then and there? Well, in any case, I think we did alright. We took a decent number of suspects alive. An A. Hopefully that will be enough to improve our mental health and not just not diminish it. There we go. Everybody's back. Excellent. You know, it's kind of like a late game XCOM where I should have been rotating them out more earlier on, but they were just so good that I wanted those bonuses, especially since I knew I only had the one shot. And now, if somebody's out, all I have are rookies to replace them with. At approximately 3:30, we received reports of a potential situation at the Clemente Hotel. Reports are that the Fremont family is currently sheltering there. Yes, it's the same Fremonts as the politician involved in the shooting yesterday. Dispatch has the head of hotel security on the line. He was alerted to the situation by one of the Fremont kids. Michael Fremont, age 20, first drew their attention to the situation. He'd been outside, returning to the hotel, when he reported seeing an unknown number of armed suspects trying to enter the premises via the external fire escape. I don't need to point out to you how much the department doesn't need a prominent politician's family being murdered right now. I'm pretty sure these are the same group as the attempted assassination in the previous hotel mission. We've got security to put lockdown on the place, and we have visuals on the hallways, but nothing in the penthouse suite itself. We need to get the family out without any casualties, so we're going in with lethal force. We cannot afford any screw-ups, so once again, this mission is very political in nature.
On you.
This is Doc. The hostages are nearby. Suspects are armed and have made it clear they'll kill them if provoked. Proceed with extreme caution.
Please.
So you heard him. This is an extremely high-stakes mission, and although it may look pretty, it is not at all an easy one, which is kind of strange, considering normally the levels that are the most difficult are the ones which are breaking the mechanics by being really huge and open, basically exploiting the fact that, like, the AI can do things we have no defense against. This is, on paper, like, an ideal map for us, because it's basically an interconnected series of small rooms and hallways, which is exactly what CQB is built for. The problem is that, in this case, there are just so many doors and angles and weird things we can't account for that, in the times I played this with Sarah, it's been very, very difficult. Like, this really punches above its weight in terms of how difficult it should be compared to how it is. And it doesn't help that right now I'm doing something I've never done on this map before, which is come down this hallway for an impromptu wedging expedition. Because one of the most dangerous things that can happen is you get into a gunfight and a suspect turns and runs away. And where do they run to? They run down these hallways.
Put a jam on that
So I'm
door.
going to wedge these. I don't think they can move around on the fire escapes. I've never seen them do it. We can spawn on the fire escape. But anyway, this kind of creates a gap between areas that'll be really problematic for us later on if left unchecked. This hallway kind of acts as a spinal cord to connect two really annoying areas, and now that's not a thing. We've already rescued one staff member, but this is nothing yet. I suspect that with the AI changes, they're probably going to be taking hostages a lot, And we need to be ready to account for that. As such, we do have gas for this mission.
This is one
There's
of
a
those
door.
places only the political elite can get access to, huh?
Yep, oh my god. Oh! There was a... Okay, there are traps on this map. That one, thankfully, I guess because of our angle and the fact that we're wearing anti-flash goggles, didn't really affect us. But that certainly made a noise. Will they respond to it? That's another question. I don't like this door being opened. I hope they're covering this hallway. I hear a yell from the left. I see a civilian on the right. Okay, they're covering him. I'm gonna switch to a taser. I don't think he expected that angle. Okay, drop. What have you got? I'm gonna leave blue here just in case, but red, we're moving up. You get this guy behind us.
Going into cuff.
Quickly.
Suspect ready for wagon.
And we've got another hostage right here. There we go.
This is Talk. Trailer's ready.
This is a precaution. So no one
And he's wearing body armor, but I think he's a civilian security guard. He's not armed.
Talk reporting. Continue mission.
Put your hands up! Put your fucking hands
Okay.
up! Police, get your hands up! Hands up now!
Come on. Dude, are you really gonna argue with us right now? Get on the ground.
You're gonna be okay.
Pinned in by my guys right now.
Lead the talk.
is good to go.
Now, okay, I think that's one of the politician's sons. That's the thing. Most of the civilians here are going to be this politician's family. I'm pretty sure the one that we observed in here, yeah, she looks young enough that she's probably one of his daughters. And when it comes to this place, I talked earlier in the series about how I view these situations like defusing a bomb piece by piece, where every time you remove a person from the situation, whether they're suspect or civilian,
Hands on your head!
it's like removing the potential for harm.
Make them secure.
Sooner or later, you have to imagine this is all going to blow up in your face, but the fewer people are there when it happens, the less damage will be done. Well, in this case, these are all members of this one guy's family,
Proceed with caution.
so every time we rescue a civilian, it's like we're lessening the scale of this family tragedy that's unfolding in front of us. The best case scenario, of course, is averting it entirely. But also there's the element, even aside the morality of the situation, that this whole thing is very political.
Fall in.
I got you.
You feel like a hero yet?
Kinda. I've always liked to roleplay in these missions,
Civilian is dead.
especially even back in the SWAT 4 days,
Standing by.
that we want to take it as quiet as possible early on so that they're not even alerted at first. And I always think of it from the sense of like, once we take those first hostages and rescue them, that throws a wrench in their plan, and that's the reason why they don't just start popping them all now that they've heard something. I could kick this, but I still don't want to.
Hold it. Put your fucking hands
Get on
up.
the fucking drop the weapon! Put the weapon down!
Yeah, I think suspects, again, maybe hesitate a bit too much.
Drop the weapon!
Have you been tased and you're trying to, like, waddle away? That wasn't smart, I didn't check left. Is there somebody right there? There is! Yep.
You're in my spot.
Nope. No time for a taser for you. Get him.
Suspect down. Breathing.
Lead, this is Talk. Make them stable and proceed with mission.
I guess he survived. I didn't see any bullet holes appear on your body, sir.
Move on.
Another civilian staff member.
Cuff him.
You check him.
Please, we're over here.
Now, I saw those wet footprints on the ground, and it looks like there's somebody here.
Civilian is ready.
Gentlemen, this is Talk. Excellent work. Don't stop now.
Oh, look at that. It's a pair of pants draped over the chair and a pair of shoes beneath it. We can also read these notes that are all around. I love that about that game. I love how, because of the tense life or death situations where you need to make these snap judgments, little things in the environment like that can completely change the way you approach a situation, and that approach can be based on a misunderstanding. Okay, red,
Move over
you're
there.
gonna come to here.
On the move.
Blue, you're up with
Support on
me. That door is open.
You assholes are playing checkers. Trust me.
You think you're playing 4D chess from your position there in those cuffs? A lot of open doors really do not like this at all.
Fall back. Hands on your head now.
Shot, asshole.
Okay, I will. There you go. They shouldn't... If they're supposed to be like a really well-trained force, which I imagine this is one of the missions where they're going to be getting squad tactics when the update comes, I like that suspects try to preserve their life more often. Maybe it's because they're alone when we find them that they're this skittish. But I think in this case, they are hesitating way too much.
Entry team, this is Talk. Great work.
Like, they should be meeting us with more force. Okay, here's a trap.
Cover me.
Let's disarm it. And from this angle, we can maybe get a view of that staircase that Red is covering.
Police, get
Civilian.
down.
Okay, Red,
Red.
you're gonna move up to... Oh, come on. Red, you're gonna move to there.
LSPD, hands up.
Blue, you're with
Down
me.
on your knees.
Get down.
Uh.
Hands up.
No, I'm not going in.
Show me hands now.
You guys keep dealing with him. I'm gonna make sure these angles are okay.
Police,
Hands up. Above your head.
Dude, you're really gonna argue with us right now? Your family's been taken hostage.
Make him secure.
Up. Popping off over at the stairs, but it sounds like they took care of it. After letting him get off a number of shots, so that's done.
Don't worry.
Wait, do we not have gas? I swear I brought gas.
Entry team to top.
We're wearing gas masks. I saw it in the preset. I seen it.
Trailers en route.
Where is everyone else?
You don't get to know that. I'm gonna toss a flash down there. This isn't likely to really do what I want it to, but I figure it's worth a shot.
Goddamn, get down and keep your hands up. Hands
No.
up. Drop to your knees.
Nope. You hit him? Not sure. Hopefully, this is why we cover those stairs. So I guess it can do something for us so long as... Yep. It can do something for us so long as we're covering that, because it doesn't give them any way to come up and flank us like they're trying to do. If anything, now they're moving upward and getting shot at as they come. Oh, they got somebody. But nobody else. I don't know what they're shooting at. Now's not the time to reload, but I just realized at the last moment.
Drop the weapon.
Drop it. Drop it. There's another one. There's somebody behind that case over there.
Down on put your hands up. Get down on your knees. Get on the ground now.
I just don't want them taking any hostages.
Down on the ground. Move. Get down. I want to see hands.
hold your fire.
He is done.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can be used against you.
We've used a lot of our flashbangs here. A lot of open doors.
Dock to element. Continue with objectives.
What do you say?
Okay, we're gonna close these
Element.
and wedge them.
Wedge here.
There's a target on your back, son.
I think this is another one of the daughters.
Cuff him.
Moving into handcuff.
Wedge ready.
I have to do this.
And the family tragedy gets just a little bit smaller.
Civilian ready for
Entry team to talk.
This is
Ready
Doc.
to go.
Beauty. Keep them
I'll
coming.
zip it up.
Yep. Somebody out there, really?
Suspect down.
That's, again, I don't expect them to be at the spawn points.
Got it back.
Well, 2 blue got injured on that one. Okay, maybe they can be on the fire escapes then.
Provide support.
Evidence good to go.
Everybody's with me, right?
Cuffs are on. I'll zip it
Okay,
up.
there we go.
Evidence secured.
Come on. Where? Where are you? There's somebody on the right, too. I hear him out there. I just saw you go through that doorway, which means they're probably coming around the other way. You guys better be watching the back. Yep, there you are.
Clean house.
There you are.
Take them out.
You guys are not doing a good job of covering these angles.
Police, hands on your head.
I'm not stopping now.
The best thing you can do when they're running is try to tase them, because you can't actually shoot them when they're doing this, even if they're armed. In real life, you would be able to shoot them. If an armed suspect is running potentially towards civilians, you would absolutely be able to shoot them.
Talk. We have a suspect down here.
There was somebody on that balcony. It's just, everything's going to crap.
Blue, move to my front. Heading out now.
There we go. Let's tie her down.
I'll get him ready.
I can't stand it when there's all these angles.
We have a civilian down.
Talk to element.
Provide
Notifying
support.
trailers.
Behind you.
This is Talk. Keep going.
Yep, you killed 2 guys here. Not gonna worry about them right now. Very unlikely that they're faking it.
Get down.
Civilian.
I see hands. Tie them down.
I'll get him ready.
And we need to clear this movie theater here.
Civilian is good to go. Quiet.
Element, this is Talk. Send them.
Get down. Let me see those hands.
Hands in the air.
Do I look
Put
like
your
that
hands
to
up.
you?
Get on the ground.
You're injured.
Hands up.
My family's staying here.
Get him.
Stay calm while we sort this out. Compton Red, element. Talk.
Civilian ready for trailer.
Ready.
Lead, this is Talk. Trailers incoming. Proceed with caution.
There's a civilian over there, but I don't see any suspects. Problem is, the sightlines in here are very obscured.
Put your fucking hands up. Police, get your hands up. Hands up now. Drop to your knees. Hands on your head. Police, down on the ground.
I got it. You're safe now.
Help us!
Down on the ground.
Another employee here.
Handcuffed.
Cuff him.
This is part
Go.
of the process. We have to restrain everyone.
One of the red team members is stuck, and that's really annoying. Because I don't know if they're gonna actually follow my orders here, but it doesn't matter because we got you.
Lead. Talk. One down.
Talk to lead. You are clear to
All should
proceed.
be good.
Good to go.
We can still run into problems because there can still be traps. But I think the ones we've seen so far have been flashbangs, which shouldn't be lethal to us.
This is protocol.
Can you get us out of here?
Lead the talk.
There we go.
Civilian good to go.
And another one well done. You guys just go and get the weapons.
You're in my spot.
Now let's see how we did. And we managed to bring everyone in alive. Got all the evidence. A decent number of suspects survived, I think. And we get ourselves an A. Everybody's good with that, despite taking a whole bunch of bullets. Neon Nightclub. Okay, this is going to be quick and dirty. We got a suspected terrorist incident unfolding down at the Neon Club. Calls are flooding in of an active shooting inside the club. Calls have confirmed the gunman shot through the crowds on their way in. Blah blah blah. Counterterrorism has confirmed the Hand has already claimed responsibility for the attack. We've also had it confirmed by the cyber team that several shooters are live streaming the attack. Feeds are being cut, but there are channels on the web that operate beyond regular control. What do we know about the situation inside? Not much. We've got conflicting numbers, but we know at least 4 gunmen are armed with automatic weapons. Early studies of the livestream footage also have at least one wearing what looks to be an explosive vest. They won't hesitate to kill civilians, so we need to stop them before they can do more damage. We can't start saving people until these guys are neutralized. This isn't going to be pretty. So get with your elements and get ready to move. It is not at all. Now, this guy right here, Kadama, is the terrorist leader. It, stupidly enough, even though he is just in with every other shooter and will behave as such, we need to take him alive. The wall description actually gives a bit more context as to who these guys are. U.S. airstrikes have targeted villages housing a notorious terrorist group in northern Yemen, which has ties to U.S. cells. One such cell is known as the Hand, who have enacted a domestic response to the military incursion. I could go in with the F-90, and in fact I will. I was tempted at first to go for something a bit higher caliber, but the potential for civilian casualties here from overpenetration is just too high.
Doc to Element. The active shooters aren't willing to cooperate. Move in.
I don't think we're going to be taking many suspects alive on this one, which is why I'm going to take the opportunity where I can. So let's try and get a stinger bounce in there.
Get down! Down on your knees! Hands up!
There we go. I don't think it matters, but I have always tried to have a little bit more extra hustle on this map. There we go. He is taken.
Keep them coming.
I imagine he was supposed to be the entertainment who lights us up as soon as we come through the door. But I don't know. I always try to think about what the story is as we go, and I know that's just the way you're supposed to play the game, but right now these guys seem actually kind of clueless so far. Like, they really didn't expect us to come in when we did. Okay, that's very good. The doors at the end of the hall are closed. Let's just make sure there's nobody in these windows.
Securing.
I don't like how you guys go ahead of me like this, but Blue, you're gonna watch this area.
On your six.
Red, we're gonna move down the side hallway. This whole level...
I want to see hands down on your
Oh, look, they've strapped a bomb vest to you.
ground now. Get down! I want to see hands.
Okay. The last thing we want is a misfire here.
Moving into
We're
hand.
gonna restrain her. But you're gonna have to stay inside. That is not what I'm gonna be doing for a majority of civilians, though.
Entry team to TOC. Civilian secure.
Doc to entry team.
Okay, Red, right this way.
Move there.
You're gonna come to here. Okay. And I am going to move into this hallway, which thankfully those doors are already open so we can see inside and know that there's nobody here. I'm gonna move up and wedge these double doors which lead to the dance floor. This whole level is kind of built to lead you in this direction, but that is exactly what the terrorists want, I think. Yeah, because I can see somebody patrolling about on the dance floor. He's unarmed, but that definitely looks like a suicide vest. Anybody up on the catwalks or to the sides? No, but I see many people down. So we already know it's going to be a bloodbath in here. It's like they want us to come in, make this big dramatic entrance, see this pile of bodies, literal pile, and then that guy detonates. The way we deal with them is a shot to the dome. But I always try, we may not be able to bring him back if that's his position, but I always try to take a suicide bomber prisoner, mainly because I think it's just such a funny visual, the idea of them and the shooters reuniting in the van. Because when you say your farewells to the suicide bomber, you really don't count on seeing them again. I don't want to make any noise yet.
Provide support.
I got you.
Everybody here? No, just red team. We can wait for blue to show up. Nobody here just yet. Nobody behind this pillar. This hallway is very, very dangerous. This entire map is very, very dangerous. A 5-man squad is not adequate for this. He was pointing his gun. So we're fine.
Suspect here.
Doc reporting. Proceed with mission.
I don't like hanging out under the stairway. Especially since I can hear them yelling. They definitely heard that go down.
Blue team.
Blue,
provide cover.
hang out here. Red,
Fall in behind
you're
me.
with me.
With you.
And there's a couple of different ways we can go. I'm very interested in this room because one of those double doors is open to the dance floor. I want it wedged, but can I safely do so is the other question. Let's see what's in here. Another open door, which I don't like. Those doors are closed. Okay. Yeah, that guy was lying in wait, but he kind of expected us to come through there.
Element to TOC. One down.
Move over there.
Doc
Let's
to
move to
entry.
there.
Notifying Tim.
Going to tie this guy down. I'm always worried. I don't think we've seen it happen in this playthrough. Suspects can play dead. if they're hit but aren't critically wounded, or even if they're not hit at all, it was only close, they can play dead, and that is very dangerous. So I'm going to do something very dangerous right here. Try to move up and close that door. Nobody around that corner. Maybe I can even pop the suicide bomber from here. I'm definitely not going out there to arrest him, even if I could get his compliance. Dropped him. I think I hear somebody else on the right, though. I'm not going to risk it. Look at all those balconies up there. I am exposing myself to so many angles. I'm just going to close that. Wedge. Okay, done. I had already observed that the guy on the dance floor had a suicide vest, which means there is no ROE against that guy. I can just shoot him. They'll detonate themselves if they get too close to you. They will, I'm trying to think in play. They will detonate if you shoot them in center mass, but a headshot will end them. You can also use a taser or other such things. I'm gonna have you guys kick and clear with flashbang.
Breaching, flashing.
Now, drop to your hands on your head. Put your fucking hands up.
Okay, nobody in here. This room can be truly awful because there's all these angles and all of these glass barriers, and suspects can see through them. You really can't. It's awful. This room has been terrible for so long, but thankfully there was nobody here. Unfortunately, there was nobody by the door I had them breach through, or else it could have been a couple of easy arrests. But I think, much like the school, I think this is going to end up taking a toll on our mental health. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
On me.
You got point.
Trying to listen out. Yep. I was right. They put a suicide vest on this one, civilian. I saw you back there. You were blind firing, but that just told me you were there, otherwise you would have gotten me. Alright, you are gonna move to the exit. Anybody, my rule for this, for as little as I think it matters, is that anyone with a bomb vest stays here. EOD will deal with them later. That's its own high-stress episode of this show. Anybody who can run out and leave of their own power will. Wow, you flew across the room after that headshot. I don't think there's much possibility of you getting up, though, and I don't like walking out in front of these windows. We're doing good. We're doing good. I feel so bad for these bomb vest civilians. But we gotta have faith in EOD. Anybody else out here? I don't think so. Gotta watch out, there are windows up here. The fact that no one's shooting at us makes me think that there's no one up there. But that assumption could always be tested. Closed doors. How's my ammo? I don't think I've done really a lot of shooting. Openings forward. They're literally left, right, center. That's not good. Anybody want to come respond to that? Anybody want to acknowledge it, even verbally?
Over there.
Now, we could... One useful thing to do is to stop the music. If we were to go through that door right there, we can actually get to the table and shut it off. It's rarely worth the risk. Okay, you're right there. We can send you out.
Outside. Go.
because once I round this corner, I'll potentially be in the crossbar. I'm going to leave red behind, but we are actually very close to linking up with blue. That's a dumb way for you to go. That's a real dumb way for you to go. I'm going to give a few seconds for you to make your way. Blue, I need your assistance. I did that very foolish maneuver for a reason. I'm doing this for a reason. That's the terrorist leader. We need him alive. Incredibly stupid? Yes, it is incredibly stupid. But we have to. Take him. I need this guy, meanwhile. I really hope you guys are actually doing that. Thank you.
Element, this is Talk. Trailers notified.
Oh my god, here's our chance. This could backfire tremendously, but there we go. That's a suicide bomber. That's why he's not trying to engage us. We just had a good angle. Okay, you move to me, because I don't want to get near that railing. Oh no, this suicide bomber is very non-compliant. Get over here. Literally, even a suspect firing on us right now could set this guy off. There we go. This is not something that I do very often, but I just think it's such a funny visual of a suicide bomber reuniting with his companions in the van. I don't even remember if I've said that already. But we've got you. I think that's the big thing, is that, like, they were supposed to die for this cause. A lot of them are coming in alive. Like, a lot of people, you know, they talk about Amos Bull, how they always, like, torture him and make sure that he dies. We got a couple of civilians here. They always want to, like, torture and kill these guys, and I think it's better to take them alive. I mean, granted, it's not that you have any faith in the system in this game, because it's clearly a broken society. We're gonna have to breach this.
Breach and clear with C2.
It's just that, you know, I want him to go through it. If you really want him to suffer, why are you shooting them in the head? I can't stand movies with, like, a really bad villain where they die by headshot. Like, they should at least know they lost.
Entry team to talk.
Okay, you're probably a faker. You're a faker. You're a certified fibber. Here comes somebody. Uh-oh. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go around the other way. Where is he at? You're pointing at this door. Unfortunately, I can't breach. That would be an easy breach. So instead, we're gonna try for a flashbang.
Provide support on me.
It's a weird angle flashbang and not one I'm at all comfortable with. Don't want to kick it in because I don't want you looking this way. Oh my god, come on. Well, they know we're oh my god, come on. I wish throwing worked correctly. Anyway, that should actually have gotten him. There we go. Oh my god. So I've always understood it that where your finger is pointing, assume that to be the crosshair, but no, throwing has to be really difficult in this.
I need to leave the cuff on you.
Suspect ready for way. Good to go.
Talk. Civvy is ready.
And they're just gonna start doing that, even though I didn't order them to, but it doesn't matter. You know, this area, it seems like we're in the home stretch, but this area is extremely dangerous. What do I have left? I have probably... I have stingers and flashes left. That's fine. This is just a really awful place to be. It's just all angles. It really is just all angles.
Go to the exit. Stay
I'm not going to
quiet.
worry
Stay
too much
low.
about taking people alive here. Obviously, we want to remove civilians from the situation. Red's covering the other angle, so there shouldn't be anybody escaping that way. Hopefully that does something. Not counting on it. It did, actually. Why are you... Oh my god, no. You idiot. You idiot. You idiot. Why are you doing that? Well, you made good bait, and you didn't get shot somehow. Oh, and the other team, I guess, heard that commotion. Somebody came up, and they probably shot somebody coming up the staircase. That's good stuff. That's why I like to leave. That's why a team covering a position is better than wedging a door. But anyway, that went better than expected. It's because you stopped trying to grab this guy, and then left him behind and came over to me, so thanks. But anyway, we are taking an absurd number of these guys alive. Our team is in astonishingly good shape. Okay, we're missing a taser charge. I think I might top off on that. It's going really surprisingly well. You guys moved up to where you weren't supposed to, but at least you're kind of covering that angle now. Alright, you got that.
Red team.
Alright, you can hang out here.
On me, move.
Oh, you're on me. And we brought order to chaos. That guy did not have a good time. And now it's just a matter of mopping up. I can report this dead suicide bomber. I think we made the... That proves, if anything, that we made the right call in just kind of capping him when we had that angle there, because that guy could very easily have been the one to just run around the corner and we would have had nothing we could do about it. Nothing. Even if I had headshotted him, it's possible a bullet from one of my guys would have hit him center mass, and then we're all dead. Look at this. I think people have done a count here, and there's something like 238 dead bodies by the time you arrive. I do think that like a lot of the missions go over the top in ways that makes them more comical than serious. Like, it just becomes to the point of absurdity. This is one of the levels people frequently point to as an example of that. It's actually not. I mean, you know, when you consider like France and like similar attacks, like something like this isn't unrealistic in the way this is executed. It's not common, but it does happen.
Trailers are ready.
When I say that, I'm talking about stuff like the Vol Health House. I don't think, like, people point to that as one of the most shocking missions in the game. I don't think it is. I think that one's kind of ridiculous. I think Brixley Talent Time is a lot more realistic and a lot just grosser than the Health House. Even a detail in the Health House, like the self-eat contest that's being hosted by this guy to like a party of like a bunch of minors, that's grosser than him being like than him having this whole like serial killer thing going on in the basement. Alright, what are we still looking for? You know what? It's probably a lot of the time when you send civilians away, they'll all, instead of getting picked up at the end like they're supposed to, they'll just kind of bunch up and stand there until we arrive. All of you are just kind of hanging out here. Just this command just doesn't work a lot of the time, but at least they were kind of out of harm's way. Now we just need to grab them, while being careful not to accidentally extract and fail the mission because we didn't get all the civilians. There we go.
Trailers incoming. Proceed with caution.
And search and secure.
Leave. This is Talk. Good job, everyone.
There we go. They found a gun somewhere. And we'll see how we did. I am not proud of all of my playing in this series. I am pretty proud of how that got handled. And that's only because it worked out. It's not because there weren't dumb maneuvers. Trying to take Kadama alive is one of the dumbest things truly, because he was just aiming down that hallway. The door was already open, just spraying machine gun fire at me. It was 2 less lethal grenades that it took to bring him down, and I was getting shot at the entire time, and any time I could have been flanked by a suicide bomber. Alright, gather up. We've got a rapidly evolving situation, and we don't have time to lose. Detectives from the Auto Theft Task Force were conducting a routine warrant service at Caesar's Cars in North Hills. Something went wrong, and now we've got officers down and a shootout in progress. This dealership has been watched for some time, and the owners are likely using it as a launchpad for the packaging and sale of illegal weaponry. The original intel was that a big deal was going down tonight. With the cover blown, we need to get in and try and salvage as much evidence as we can. Okay. All we know is that we've got a couple of detectives in there.
On your side.
Dock 2 entry team. Our negotiators just lost contact with the suspects. They are angry and volatile. You are go for entry.
Alright. There may be some civilians outside right now, but I don't really care about them at the moment. This is the state of this game, and it really stretches believability at times. We had this huge arms deal planned however long in advance, 2 officers inside, undercover, who have now been compromised. And we're supposed to be coming in here as the quick reaction team. 5 guys. 5 guys. That's all we've got.
Please, let me see those hands. Hands up.
This door's open, civilian right there. I'm not worried about it right now. I see a couple of legs in the garage, but if all goes well, this will actually be the last thing we clear. Because we're going to wedge that. We're not going to wedge the second floor door because we actually need to use that later. I don't want to use the internal one.
Eyes open.
I hear a male voice yelling out there.
Shit. Get down now.
Rush out.
Police, you're under arrest. Police.
So you trying to turn around.
Drop the weapon.
Drop it. Drop it.
Hands up.
Drop.
Drop the weapon. Put your hands
No, you
on your
don't.
head.
You had so many chances there. You should have lived.
Suspect is down, but breathing.
You really should have lived.
Doc, Dems notified.
You didn't have a single move to make.
Doc to lead. We're ready for him.
I hear voices, but I don't see people. I'm gonna wedge this door.
Wedge ready.
Look at you.
I'll save it.
Your gun was down, and you went to pick it up. Like a moron, facing to the side of us, so you'd have to turn around to shoot us. There was no way you were coming out of that. Alright, now we're moving up into slightly more dangerous territory. But I don't see anyone just yet, okay? Under the door, there's a guy over there and an open door on the left. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my wedges to close this just to prevent any shenanigans, although I don't think that's likely in this circumstance. That door is open. Crap. There we go. He spotted me somehow. Maybe they do really respond to lights now? I don't know. It's not good enough, though.
Talk. Suspect is down.
Elements.
Nobody here.
Notifying medical.
LSPD, get down.
Somebody? You came out that door right there, I guess. The shadow from that car looked like someone peeking out. Okay, that guy's running around, and I really don't like that.
Good to go.
I really do not like that. Okay, yeah, no, he was standing in the doorway. That's better. We're not going to continue extending this way. Instead, what we're gonna do is everybody come back in. Come on. Like taking a school of guppies on a field trip. Close that. And that.
Jam the door.
Sure, go ahead and wedge it. Why not? We're not going up this staircase. Because if you look at this, like, all of this area has a railing. And there could be 15 different guns pointed at that railing right now. So we need to take the other entrance. Anytime we're, like, rising up in a staircase, you know, they're going to see our heads before our guns are over the top. So this way we get the opportunity to come in at a level playing field. I'd always rather go from the top down than the other way around. Anybody out here? There's a civilian. And a suspect who is now running away because we were a million miles away. He might be back while we're doing this, which could present a problem. But I don't see anybody in the hallway.
Hands up now! Police, get down!
Nobody cares. Just nobody cares that a SWAT team is showing up. Maybe it's common in this world. Well, we know it's common in this world. But that's whatever. Anybody on the left want to shoot at us? Nope. Okay, we officially have a beachhead on the second floor then, and that's good news for us. Nobody down here. Okay. Now we can take that staircase from a more favorable angle. Thought that cushion was a person for a second. Okay, nobody there. Well, that doesn't look good. We've just found one of the undercover officers. And one of the civilians left with him.
Hands up! Do it now! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
No
hands
way.
up!
No
Get
fucking
down!
way.
No way! Look what the situation you're in is.
Sorry, can't take any chances.
Element to talk.
Bit of a party
Officer
in here.
down! I say again! Officer
Come
down!
to talk.
Or Hokan deal.
Mission.
I wonder if maybe that will have anything to do with later. But look, coke, meth, guns. Yeah, they are not just in the coke, meth, guns business. This level, even the older version, because this is actually a completely remade version of this map. Even the older version, I think, was also a pretty good example of environmental storytelling.
Provide support on me.
On you.
Like, I don't know if it made it into this version of the map, because there's a lot of small details everywhere, but in the old one, you could find just, like, a piece of paper lying on a table that was just a list of, like, names, ages, races, and a price. And one thing I do appreciate about this game is that, like, it doesn't shy away from certain topics. I don't think all of them are handled as well as they could be,
I'm not gonna hurt you.
but I do appreciate the ambition, because the only thing is that I don't like how just about every level has stuff like that. Because in SWAT 4, it had some really, really dark missions, but they were spaced out enough to come as a surprise. Where here, you're just going to every level like, okay, what's the dark secret waiting for me at the end of it? Oh my god. I think we're being shot at by the guy who walked away from us before.
Got one down.
Doc to element. Continue with your mission.
Got him. Oh wow, didn't get him. Hit him, but didn't get him the first time around. Somebody's kicking open doors. Over on the left. We are killing a lot of suspects. Have we taken anyone alive yet? Tell you what. Breach, flash, and clear. While we can. Are we missing somebody? Not you!
We're good.
Great, now I can't support them in this.
Let's blow it. Deploying explosives.
Now! Put the weapon on the floor! Down! Please, hands up! LSPD, don't move! There's more!
You guys keep covering this. Yep, you just got that guy.
Turn around slowly.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Back up. Did you just get hit during all that? By your own guy, no less. Alright, yeah.
Elements to talk. Talk reporting.
Because they're supposed to position themselves to do stuff like that, but yeah, I couldn't really do anything about it. And if I tried to turn my back, then I would have been killed from somewhere else. I didn't know. That's got to be the guy that was running around there. There's still another one. Hopefully, I'm hoping he'll try and go through those doors at the end, and my guys can get him. Can we get a glimpse? I don't see him. That guy's going on a world tour, I know it. We need live captures, that's the problem. That's gotta be the same guy, right? That's gotta be the same guy. We are ruining the showroom. Everybody's just funneling into this hallway and dying.
Lead to talk.
We got a suspect secured.
Lead, this is Talk. Stabilize them and we'll send EMTs.
Suspect evidence secure.
And it's like, I hate to leave all these angles open while I do stuff, knowing that my guys aren't really gonna cover it, but I just gotta move quickly.
Bagging it up.
Talk here. Secure
There,
the
I've
area
never
and we'll
seen
send
suspects
forensic.
travel like this before.
Going into cuffs.
Like, it's multiple guys at a time running crazy distances. And I'm not complaining about that. They should be able to do that. Because I had a plan, and I don't anymore.
Detain him.
I bet that wasn't according to his plan either. Okay. I'm gonna have
Over there.
blue stay here,
On me. Move.
red this way.
Talk. Notifying Tim.
I think we really need to push to take some people alive.
Got it. Ready to hit the road safe.
I'm very concerned about there being long distance engagements in this parking lot. Yep, like, you know, exactly, precisely like that. I'm just gonna start lobbing these things. Didn't do nothing. I think there's at least 2 shooters. Trying to aim at head level. Right now they're trying to shoot me through things that they... Oh, great. I got the overhang. Shootouts in this game are crazy intense. Come on out, come on out. Come on out the other side of that car. He seems to be carrying a lot of ammo on him, though. He's retreating. This one surrendered. Oh, maybe we actually did get him with the thing. We got him.
Lead, this is Talk. Proceed with your mission.
Oh, finally. Okay, you got that guy right. Great.
Cuffed and secured.
This is why I always wanted them to reduce suspect accuracy, and they have. Shootouts in this game, and this has been true since the early alpha, are crazy intense. The effects it puts on your screen, the way the sound design is done. I will always prefer like a handful of dangerous enemies to being able to mow down hundreds of bad guys. That felt dangerous. That was 2 people shooting at us in a really tense and dense situation with all this cover. Way more exciting than any Call of Duty mission. Now, granted, I think a big part of the fact that they weren't hitting me was down to the fact that they don't know they can't hit us through these cars, or at least that only a small fraction of their rounds will go through. But it was still really cool. I mean, it's like Arma 3. Any game that can make you feel like you're under fire is a winner in my book.
Waiting on you.
Now, let's see if we can deal with that really annoying civilian. Is he still here? No, he's flown the coop. But the garage should be all that's left now. I see a civilian over here. That might be him.
Put a jam on that
Wedge it.
Wedge is good to go.
I think I'm... No, I'm not out of flashbangs, oddly enough. Normally, if I had gas, I would put a gas grenade under that door. I don't have that luxury. I'm actually going to do something really dumb, and I'm going to approach and use the mirror like this. Okay, nobody. It's just I'm willing to take some potentially foolish risks here because we've shot like every suspect we've come across.
Get down on your knees. Hands on your head.
Literally turn the corner to an AK pointed in my face. This is not what you use a taser for. But it is when you're having morale problems and score problems. This might be the last one.
Going into cover. I don't
Element to talk.
Hey, we found your storage room.
This is Todd.
And he was the last. Oh my god, I'm amazed at how well that went considering all the shots fired. I mean, normally how well a mission is going is inversely proportional to how many shots are being fired, for obvious reasons.
Hands up. Do it now. Get down. I want to see police.
Get down. What else are you gonna do besides surrender? Like, what do you gain from waiting?
Element to talk. Civilian is
That all?
compliant.
Good.
Here. Trailers en route.
Begin a
Alright,
search.
search and secure.
Clean the area for any contacts.
We have still not actually seen trailers, right? They were a feature I was really excited for, and they're implemented in a really dumb way. So in real life, a SWAT team would be moving through a location, and there would be units whose whole purpose is to stay behind and remove any suspects or civilians that are arrested along the way. Basically so that they are actually out of the situation and not just sitting on the floor while the front team is moving through. But in this, they don't start coming in until after the level is clear, making them effectively useless. A lot of players have literally never seen them. Half the time, they just don't trigger anyway. And it's just such a pointless implementation. In SWAT 3, it was abstracted as if you're just not looking at someone you've arrested for long enough, they'll just disappear. I would prefer that to the way it's done here.
Got it back. Element, this is Talk. Great work.
There we go.
That's a wrap.
I'm not expecting a good score from this one. "15 suspects. Huh? A B, which is not as well as we usually do, but considering we took very few people alive, yeah, all of them took a bit of a hit from that. But that's okay. Once again, shocked I'm making it this far. But you know what? I think it just goes to show that, look, because I have hundreds of hours in this game. And I've made plenty of mistakes, some of which I do think should have killed me. I do still think the AI could use some tuning. But it at least shows that it's in a playable state now. It feels like before, no matter how well you played or how slow you took it, you were just going to get one-tapped from around a corner sooner or later, no matter what. Suspects would slide around on skateboards and be hyper-accurate, and it's not doing that anymore. And the game's actually fun to play now. Like, if I had taken a bullet, like, during that mission, if I had died during Neon Tomb, I wouldn't have really complained, especially if I was making a big mistake. I'm just really glad to like this game finally, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. if you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.